Australia routs England as a local hero cements his place in Ashes history. Good evening, Mary Gearin with ABC News. Victoria's Scott Boland has etched his name in Ashes history. The Test debutant and Gulligan man produced one of the most devastating bowling spells on record, helping Australia retain the Ashes and clinch victory in the third Test at the MCG. Boland finished with the extraordinary figures of 6 for 7 as England was dismissed for only 68 to suffer a humiliating defeat.
Only 80 minutes into day 3 and it was...
Clark launches that to bring up his 50. Does it in fine style, second on the trot.
In reply, the Heat made just 9 for 187, handing the visitors the win. Earlier, a Ben McDermott century steered the Hobart Hurricanes to a 7-wicket victory over the Adelaide Strikers. To the weather now and get set for some heat in a few days. There were just a few showers about Gippsland and the Otways clearing overnight. Overnight minimums were just below average, the lowest of 1 degree at Mount Baw and Falls Creek.
Next, disaster strikes when a truck transporting feral bulls rolls on a treacherous creek crossing. Outback ringer, then Arn's brush with fame.
I'm more nervous this side of the questions than that side.
How did that lead to MasterChef?
That's a big question.
The stories behind their story.
How bad did it get?
Barry Cassidy's 1+1, Thursday, ABC TV and ABC iView.
This New Year's Eve, get the party started with ABC.
So put your hands up.
Celebrate with entertainment for the whole family. At 8:30, it's the Early Night Show. From 9, Charlie Pickering, Zanro and Jeremy Fernandez bring you the best of Aussie live music, including Tina Arena and Missy Higgins.
Happy New Year!
See the year out with a bang. Come celebrate New Year's Eve on ABC and iView.
Local news. National news.
We are in a tough fight.
World news.
I'm going to stick with the formula I've used before.
Intergalactic news.
Welcome to space.
News.
Hard news.
When news breaks and the voices you trust are on holidays.
What's Julia Baird's bloody passcode?
Summer Drum with Adam Spencer. Weeknights from January 3 on ABC and ABC iView.
The following program is audio described on television.
Plus an urgent plea as COVID testing wait times blow out across Melbourne. Case numbers soar around the country. New daily records in Victoria, Queensland and South Australia. Canberra rocked by an explosion felt for kilometres. And the race for line honours as the Sydney Hobart goes down to the wire.
Live from Melbourne, 7 News with Mike Amor starts now.
Good evening. Victoria is toasting a new sporting hero tonight with Scott Boland's stunning performance leading Australia to an Ashes clinching win. The 32-year-old from Parkdale had the MCG stands rocking after one of the greatest debuts in cricket history brought England to its knees.
After 10 years toiling in the Sheffield Shield.
Close.
Scott Boland is an overnight sensation.
Gone! Scott Boland's debut can't get any better.
A humble hero who doubted he'd ever make it.
There was definitely a time where I thought playing for Australia was gone.
But in the stands, his exuberant, proud family says Scott earned this through years of sheer work and devotion.
It's something you just can't think we're ever going to happen. At 32, he's done his debut and look how he's gone. Absolutely bloody amazing. Sorry.
The best haul on Test debut by an Aussie ever at the MCG.
Return catch! There it is! 5 for 5!
A staggering 6 for 7.
What is going on?
A new hero for the MCG outer.
Scott Boland's insane. My goodness, it was ridiculous.
Victorian at the MCG Boxing Day. That's just amazing.
The big fella on debut. Oh dear me. Crowd going nuts.
I'd like to thank the crowd so much for support over the last 3 days. I've really appreciate it.
You could see the joy on the face of the previous MCG favourite Merv Hughes as he commentated.
Mate, that is outrageous.
Having discovered their Indigenous heritage 6 years ago, receiving the Johnny Muller Medal for Player of the Match meant so much to his...
Dreams are made of the way we've played.
It had been a day of drama. After a COVID scare yesterday, the game could continue after the entire English team tested negative overnight. Huge queues returned to the MCG. Few expected to see just 80 minutes play. And after the glory here, the eyes of the cricket world now turn to Sydney for next week's test. The crowd's gone, the players lounged on the ground with their families. Despite the growing COVID crisis in Sydney, they're scheduled to fly there on Friday.
Any speculation the Sydney Test match is not going ahead is completely untrue. The Sydney Test is a highlight on our state's calendar. It is happening. I can't assure you how long it will last given what we've seen today.
Scott Boland showed his wife and daughters the scene of his triumph. Ironically, he could lose his spot in the side for Sydney because veteran Josh Hazelwood is now fit. After a day his family will cherish forever.
One bloody hell of a kid, I tell you.
Nick McCallum, 7 News.
Health bosses are pleading with Melburnians to delay queuing for COVID tests until after midday as
5 tests for holidaymakers. The heart-stopping moment, a fireball rips through a row of shops in Canberra. And Nick hits his straps as Naomi hits...
A few years after...
5 tests for holidaymakers. The heart-stopping moment, a fireball rips through a row of shops in Canberra. And Nick hits his straps as Naomi hits town ahead of the Open.
This is Melbourne's 9 News with Dougal Beattie.
Good evening. Australian cricket has a new hero with Victorian debutant Scott Boland leading the charge as the host wrapped up the Ashes in style. The 32-year-old took an incredible 6 wickets, heaping humiliation on England, who were trounced by an innings and 14 runs at the MCG. Ayrton Woolley watched it unfold.
It was all over in...
Stephanie Anderson is in Hobart for us. Steph, they've been neck and neck all day.
They sure have, Dougal, and they are keeping those of us who are watching that yacht track